Today I'm going to be making the recipe Basic and Lovely Soap, except for I'm going to cheat it and I am going to add color and scent to it, even though it is an uncolored, unscented bar. Because the second lesson in the book was that you should get a melt and pour and then you should experiment with adding color and scent to the melt and pour, but I didn't buy any melt and pour and I'm not going to go out and buy some when I can do cold process soap. That's why I have all these oils. So I'm cheating and I'm doing the first kind of basic recipe after all of the like intro recipes get done and adding the things in and seeing how it goes. So if you'd like to soap along with me, make sure that you look at the description below because I have a link to the book that I'm using which has the recipe. I'm back at it. I had some success on my first batch, so I'm super excited to be doing my second batch. And this time I'm going to do a recipe that I'm going to add both scent and color to. So this is going to be soap that I'm going to be extra excited for because it's going to look fancy. I pre-measured up all my oils and my lye and got everything prepped because that part was the most boring, so no point involving you in that. But I'm going to add in my lye now. I was supposed to be doing these temperatures at 100 to 110, but both my lye and my oil cooled down to about 90, and I'm assuming that I should still be fine, just that it's going to take a little bit longer for everything to come to trace, and so no being impatient this time, like last time. I definitely feel a little bit more confident doing this time, you know, kind of having seen it thicken up the way it did. I am a little bit more cautious about splashing everything. Definitely don't want to be throwing soap all over everything like I did last time. I also think I'm going to try to get it to come just a little bit more to trace than I did last time, because when I went to cut my bar of soap at 24 hours, it was still really soft and sticky, and I think it probably, you know, considering I wasn't really putting anything into it, I could have gone a little bit further on it. I think part of how long this process takes is going to have to do with your stick blender. My stick blender is 1,000,000 years old, and you know, it wasn't even an expensive one when it was first made. So I think because of that, you know, this stick blender might not work as quickly as some other nicer stick blenders for getting everything fully emulsified, fully stirred. But be patient, right? That's what soap making's about. You gotta be patient to get it to come to trace, patient before you can use it. So, you know, no getting overly paranoid this time is the goal. I'm excited to try out the pink clay that I have, see what it looks like in the soap. Leah designed this one. She wants pink soap, and then I let her play with all the essential oils to pick what scent she wanted, and she wanted orange. Orange was her favorite out of all of them, though she agreed that they all would go really good with orange. So I took a little creative license and added in a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of I still have no idea how to say this, but ylang ylang for all you readers, not speakers out there. So it smells really good right now, but I was a little bit disappointed to hear in a video that I was watching that apparently orange doesn't really stay in cold process soap super well. So we'll see how it goes. At least my laundry room's gonna smell awesome while I'm curing all the soap down here. I'll get that at least, even if it doesn't smell great in the shower. Okay, I'm happy with that. It's thickened a little bit, and I'm still going to be doing some stirring anyways because I got the color and the oil to add in. So I really should be measuring this, but I'm going to eyeball that much. That is the amount that I'm going to use. Oh, let's go for that. Let's say that is in the range of 1.5 to 2 teaspoons in my estimate. Ooh, it's like magic. Look how pretty that is. Definitely gotta stir this in good. Don't want any chunkies. Even with these horrible goggles, I can still see there's a little bit of chunks there, so I want to make sure that's all mixed in. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Now, let's add in the scent. I really smell the cinnamon. These oils really want to sit on the top and see them just hanging out up there. Make sure it gets off my stick blender. Well, it looks all pretty and it smells good. I'm excited. Super excited to see what this is going to be. So because I have a little bit of a design feature that needs my soap to be thicker, and my soap took forever to thicken last time, I am going to keep blending this until I can get the soap just a little bit thicker when it pours out. So you can see my super fancy mold I got here. This is a plastic container with an empty cereal box bag in it. But then I have an actual silicone mold here. But it's a little floppy on the sides, so hoping that's gonna work out okay. So I'm gonna divide this in. These batches are 3-pound batches, but I really have no idea how big this mold is here. This is actually looking like it would probably hold the 3 pounds pretty good. But I want some of this in here, so we're gonna do shallow bars. See if I can do this slightly less messy than last time. I mean, so far I'm ahead of the game. So far I haven't spilt. So it's looking a lot more brown, this color, than the pink that probably kind of was picking up from the bowl. But I don't know. I still think this is really pretty. Kind of just simple color. Good to the last drop, right? Okay, so this is holding itself together fairly good. And then we gotta do the soap maker thing. We gotta hit it, get all the bubbles out. Even though I don't really care, mine's probably filled with bubbles. I can already see them popping on the surface, telling me I know for sure that my soap is filled with bubbles.
Okay, this is like super sloppy. What I'm doing for my super special fancy design is I'm taking my hearts that I made with my last batch and I'm gonna put them in it, and hopefully I can get these. Oh no, getting the soap on it. Alright, there we go. Just want them to kind of hang out on the top, and then it's gonna be pink with these little white hearts. Perfect for Valentine's Day. So I think that's gonna be super fun. How cute is this? So adorable. Leah is going to love it. It makes me feel a little bit better about all these boring, unscented, plain soaps that are exciting because I made them myself, but not super exciting. They're like little boats. They feel like with too much pressure I could capsize them. Okay, I think that those are super cute. I'm super happy with those. And hopefully they don't fall in as they hang out here. Hopefully they kind of stay. Oh, I'm tempted to add more. Maybe I should put more stuff on here. I don't know. I have calendula petals. I could sprinkle petals, but that's probably getting a little bit ahead of myself. But look at that. Not so boring soap. Second time soap maker. I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm gonna have 12 super cute little Valentine's Day bars just in time, and maybe they'll smell like something. But at very least, hopefully my basement will smell like something for a week.
Got my second batch put to bed, and now I have to impatiently wait until tomorrow when I can open it up and cut it, hopefully. The first batch that I did, I was really shocked at how soft it was. I probably should have left it for another whole day. I left the little soaps for 48 hours, and they popped out of the mold a lot easier than they did on that first day, which is one of the takeaways that I'd say from my first batch. Having made my first batch video, I'd say another takeaway is it is hard to film soap making. Kudos to all those amazing soap making videos I've been watching, because I definitely do not have the gear to film it. Lighting is so bad when you're not in the garden. Do you know how bad I look not in the garden? We seriously need to get back to the garden. But have a little while yet before that. I was really happy with the batch that I made. I was surprised at how simple it was to add the color and the scent. I thought that, you know, maybe there was a chance that it was gonna start to thicken up really fast and all of a sudden like completely change. Obviously I know there are some scents that are like that. There are some things that you can add and it does happen. Like I see it in the other soap making videos, but you know, this, it was just as simple as making just the plain batter, which, you know, I thought it was gonna be a little bit more complicated. And I'd say, like, personally, like, doing this for my first time, I would have been as comfortable making it with the color and the scent the first time as I was doing it without the color and the scent. Another takeaway is it's really fun to get to come up with the design ideas. You know, when I did make that first batch and I did those hearts, I was kind of thinking that they'd be good to use in a soap later. In fact, like all of that original stuff I think is something that, you know, I can kind of repurpose into another soap get something a little bit fancy, a little fun, because, you know, like the tiny soaps, like how many of those do you need? And also, you know, like just plain white unscented, that is not why we make handmade soaps. We make handmade soaps so they can be fancy. So obviously, you know, want to make fancy soaps. I'm excited to start playing with adding some other things into there. You know, I think it's fun to have soap with a little bit of grittiness to it. So, you know, I saved up some coffee grounds, so gonna do one of those, and I'm excited to do one of those swirly things. I've been watching the videos, it looks easy, I want to play. But as tempted as I am to go whip up another batch tonight, I should really give it a couple days, you know, finish this up, see how everything goes. So now I wait until I see what it looks like all cut up. So I'm back and I have one of the loaves of soap out here, and you can see that it's kind of changed color a bit into this really pretty pink, and I'm really happy with what it's looking like so far. You can also see why maybe just being lazy and using a plastic bag isn't the technique, because, you know, all these ruffles in the soap, it hasn't made, you know, a nice, smooth, clean soap like what it would if I would have nicely lined this with parchment paper. But I'm not going to complain because it was pretty easy, and, you know, some of these are obviously going to be for me, and I'm okay with that. So it's a little bit firmer than my other soap at the 24-hour point, so it's less sticky. And I'm gonna cut these bars up. Uh-oh. It is sticky. Oh no! I need 2 hands! Hey, ditching the camera. I obviously need some work on the cutting because these still are kind of sticky and mushy, but I think these look pretty cute. You know, and you can see in here that the color looks really good on the inside too. It's still nice and rich. Got a little bit ashy, you can kind of see on this one up here how the color is so different from, you know, the side. I think these look super cute with the little hearts inside of them, and, you know, I'm happy with that pink and white kind of color, and these hearts are about 1 inch deep, so they should go, you know, into the soap for quite a bit. So this isn't something that's just going to wash off the surface. This is going to be a design feature that should last. As for my soaping skills, I don't know if it's going to show up really on the camera here, but there are some bubbles that you can kind of see in the side there. And that is because I obviously was getting some air bubbles into the soap as I was stirring it up. And yeah, that like ashiness, you know, on this bar here, you can kind of see a little bit of a color difference from the top versus the side. And, you know, I think I need to get some alcohol to spritz on them to deal with that. And then also here's, you know, like the end of the loaf. I need some work on figuring out how to de-loaf these, because that kind of got a little bit messed up. But so now to cure these, and it should be perfect timing, you know, give them 1 month to be ready for Valentine's Day, and then I can have Valentine's Day presents because these are super adorable little heart soaps. And I can't wait to show Leah tomorrow. She's gonna think that these are so fun.